Hello everyone, my name is Steve Travers, and I'd like to thank you all for coming out today. I know it's a hot day, so I'll do my best to keep my comments brief. In May of this year, the Sharon Hill Democratic Party met and started having discussions about holding a celebration to honor the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom and the 150th anniversary of the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. We decided we would call this event the March of Dreams. We invited our friends from Darby and Darby Township Democratic Committees to join us in the planning of this event. We decided to make this community event an opportunity to remember for some and learn for others the struggles of our parents and grandparents. We have reached out to many of the community groups to be a part of this celebration, and all are excited to be involved. On Wednesday, August 28, 1963, the largest political rally in our country's history was held for human rights. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his historic I Have a Dream speech, advocating for racial harmony. We are here today in an effort to celebrate that dream. Dr. King stated in his historic speech, "I have a dream that we will be transformed into a situation where little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls and walk together as sisters and brothers." Here we are 50 years later. We are those boys and girls, and we are walking together. We are trying our best to live that dream. On June 20th, I spoke with the Sharon Hill Borough Manager about this event and our intention to use Memorial Park in Sharon Hill for our celebration. I filled out an application that was supplied to me by the borough for use of grounds and facilities. I supplied the borough with the required insurance certificate and spoke with him about location of porta potties, all as required by the ordinance. On July 5th, I received a letter from the borough manager stating that my application was deficient and that I owed the borough $500 for review of this application. I would then be required to pay an additional $500 when I reapplied and remedied the deficiencies. This will be a total application fee of $1,000. The deficiencies he stated come from Section 38 of the Sharon Hill Borough Code. This ordinance was written in 1972. The borough is requiring us to spend thousands of dollars in architects and engineering fees to have plans drawn up for a public park to hold our event. They're requiring that we have a doctor in attendance and one registered nurse for every 500 people in attendance. They're also requiring us to have $500,000 of liability insurance, even though the park ordinance requires only $50,000 of liability insurance. The insurance certificate must be in the name of the Sharon Hill Democratic Committee, not the Delaware County Democratic Committee, as was provided. The restrictions that the borough is placing on us to hold this event are a direct violation of our First and 14th Amendment rights. The Supreme Court in 1992 found that a municipality cannot charge more than a nominal fee for the use of a public forum, requiring us to pay a $1,000 application fee, pay a $500 deposit for trash, and require us to spend thousands of dollars in engineering fees is more than a nominal fee. We are here today to serve this notice to the Borough of Sharon Hill, our intent to file an injunction to be able to hold this event, and our intent to file a civil rights violation lawsuit against the Borough of Sharon Hill. In planning of the March of Dreams rally, we discussed how far we have come in the last 50 years. Since I received notice from the borough denying our event, I think of how far in Sharon Hill we have to go. And there's a few people here I'd like to recognize. Lee Talafero from Darby Township, Janice Davis from Darby Borough, David Landau from the Delaware County Democratic Committee, and David Boonin, who's running for County Controller. So I'll take any questions if anyone has any questions. We've also provided press packets. And Janice or Lee, would you like to say anything?
I just want to say I thought this would be a good thing. It's been a long time since the communities work together, come together like this. Right. And I thought it's a good thing. Darby Township, Darby Borough, Sharon Hill, it's a great thing for us to all work together. Actually, I thought it was freedom of speech, freedom to assemble.
Amen.
And these are things that we're not living back in the slavery days.
Hey.
We're here today. This is it. We're here. And I'm just sorry that they feel that way. I really am. I hope it'll be a good thing. And I think a lot of people think it's something that calls for a celebration. It's definitely calls. We've come a long way. We're not going backwards. We're going forward. Thank you.
Yes. As a former township official, and someone who has always tried to fight to bring communities and people together, it's a total shock to me to hear of the events that happened when Steve applied for permissions to do this. I stand wholeheartedly with him and behind him, and will support him wholeheartedly in his efforts to continue to do this. This will not stop here. We intend to pursue this and see it through to the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee.
Right.
Also, I'd like to mention Helen Brown, who is a council person in Sharon Hill Borough. Helen also marched with Dr. Martin Luther King during the civil rights marches. And it's a sad thing when a council person who's a sitting member of the council has to watch who went through those times, and has, as a council person, to see the borough that she represents acting in the manner that they are. David?
Just to add, the party stands first square behind this. We had an incident a couple weeks ago in Upper Darby where David Newman, our candidate, was told to leave a public park, not to register voters, and just hope a pattern's not emerging around the county in this election of trying to suppress lawful and important political activity, whether it's nonpartisan activity, really, which is what this rally is about. It's not about Democrats or Republicans. But the burden speech on the basis of most communities do by imposing unreasonable conditions on the right to assemble in a public place. And so we're going to help whatever way we can to see this through in this rally.
Is there any questions from the press?
I have some questions. When was the event